Sheepdogs. We're going to talk about how we're going to attack our weaknesses on the upcoming cycle. So the Open is just finishing. We got 18.5 coming up. So once this new cycle hits, everyone's going to be wondering, what should I do after the Open, right? We have a couple options for you. Continue on the paths that we have: fitness, sport, and power. Great options. You're going to attack those weaknesses depending on each individual program at different times throughout the year. All right, so our other option is individual program design, where you'll get with a coach, you'll sit down, get a detailed kind of schedule of what you're going to be doing, and you're going to attack those throughout the year. All right. You might be wondering, well, what are my weaknesses? If you're doing the Open, it'll be pretty obvious what your weaknesses are. We'll go over kind of how we structure it and what I'm going to do, but if you're struggle with dumbbell unders this Open, attack those now, not a month before the next Open. All right, so we got to be working throughout the year so you're proficient at it. It's something that's easy, that comes to you quick, and that's just what we got to do right now. All right, beach season's coming up, of course. So if your weakness is six-pack, we got nutrition as well. Again, 3 paths for that nutrition. So get with the coach again, get with the team leader, and we will figure out what you need. All right, so for weaknesses, kind of how I'm going to structure it, and this is what I'm doing for myself. As soon as 18.5 hits, as soon as I'm done with that, getting right into it. No wasted time here this year. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down, and bear with me here. I'm going to try to be writing legibly for you here. Hopefully my spelling is all right. All right, so I'm going to break it down. Hopefully you guys can see this. Weightlifting, gymnastics, monostructural. All right, just like you kind of, if you have read the level 1 or anything like that, CrossFit, you can break it down by this, right? So my weightlifting, if I struggle in weightlifting or I'm not strong enough, I got crushed by those deadlifts in 18.4, that's going to be one of my focuses this year, some type of weightlifting. Gymnastics, if I got to the ring muscle ups or I got to the pull ups, I just couldn't get some reps, that's going to be my focus. If the rowing crushed me in 18.1, the monostructural, the biking, we don't have biking in Open, but you never know, and maybe next year. Running, just keeping those kind of long pace. You got a 20-minute workout this time in 18.1. That was tough. A lot of people kind of died out around 7 minutes or so. So that's how we'll break it down to start. All right, so I have my weightlifting. I need to work on my deadlifts. All right, so I'll break it down to the deadlifts, and oops, gotta spell it right. And let's say snatch. So those are gonna be, my snatch needs to go up, my deadlift needs to go up. Gymnastics, so I need to get better at bar muscle ups. I'm just making stuff up here, and I'll kind of get into why. And then monostructural row. Alright, so we'll break it down here. Deadlift, snatch, bar muscle ups, row. How am I going to get better at this stuff? I can't just do it because I'm not necessarily there yet, right? So progressions and accessory work, that's how we'll do it. So deadlifts, I need a strong back and hamstrings, along with everything else, right? So we'll just stick with deadlifts for now. Bar muscle ups, maybe it was a technique, maybe I have the strength, maybe I can work chest to bar. Get those basics down, get strict down. So strict muscle ups. If I can't get the strict, work on that technique. Okay. And rowing, maybe I need some more intervals. Alright, and as far as going back to bar muscle ups, maybe my lats are weak. So I gotta work those more. Alright, so we'll start back at deadlifts here. We have back and hamstrings. Okay, so I've kind of found my weakness. Deadlifts, I'm pretty weak. I feel it, my back gives out first, my hamstrings start to shake. How can I address that? So what we'll do, we'll start adding some more accessory work. We'll break it down into, let's say, some reverse hypers. For hamstrings, I want to do some more RDLs. Then we got the chest to bar pull-ups. My lats are weak. What can I do to strengthen my lats? More strict stuff. More strict pull-ups. Maybe some barbell rows. And then you got some rowing intervals. You just to get better at rowing, and you got to do a lot of rowing, right? So we can add that in. So this is what it'll look like. This is just very, very rough, obviously. So I got my weak back. Maybe I'll do some reverse hypers, some accessory work, RDLs, get my lats stronger, do more strict, get some barbell rows, and then more rowing for intervals. Okay, so we can break it down like this. And if you're doing the individual programming, I'll be able to have set progressions, reps, so that way you can get stronger in these muscle groups, get stronger in these movements, because you have a lot of time from now to the next open or whatever your next competition might be to start working on this stuff. You don't want to go into it kind of blindly. Our fitness, sport, and power programs are great. We do have a lot of accessory work you'll be doing, more than you normally would be, but it's GPP, so it's general physical preparedness, right? So it's meant for everybody. So if you're looking for something more specific, schedule that coffee with a coach, schedule something with the coach to figure out that individual program design. It's super beneficial. I do it for myself right now, obviously. Tanya's on it. So the first step, though, is addressing what those weaknesses are. Once we can address them, kind of figure it out, talk about it, then we can go from there and break it down and start a plan. All right, so if you guys have questions on this, if you have 100 different weaknesses, which, hey, I got a lot that I need to work on, we'll break it down from what you need the most. All right, so like I'll go back to the snatch. So you got a great technique in the snatch. You're snatching 185. You can get hit 185 all the time, but you can't get any more. We're going to have to break it down. Look at your legs. Are your legs strong enough? Are we squatting enough? If not, we need to build those legs up. Once you build those legs up, you'll break past that kind of 185 mark. This is just throwing numbers out there, but break past that 185 mark to the next milestone, 205, 225. The legs get stronger. Your technique is still crisp. Start working more with that heavy weight. So those are just some examples that go on forever, but get with us. Let us know if it's something you're interested in. And see you on 18.5, and can't wait for the next program or the next cycle to start.